Alright, let's see if this works again. I'm gonna continue working on this dude. So Cyberpunk inspired creature. Alright, so his name's just Creature. That's it, you know. And he's gonna be coming up out of some water, I guess, just for fun. I don't know. I kind of misjudged his height a little bit when I was drawing, and I don't really like to cut off somebody at the ankles, so I'm just gonna kind of cut it off a little bit. Now when you're drawing the ground and things, it's always horizontal lines, at least for me it is, unless you're doing like 1-point perspective and you have like sidewalks or roads or something that's going back in space. Then you can use those diagonal lines going back, but most of the time all I do is horizontal lines. Get a little city back here, throw some neon lights. Of course, I'm gonna give him his own little glow. Kind of in the vein of the vampire that I did the other time. So, last couple times ago. So he's gonna have his own color. They're all gonna have their own like aura colors. LED lights, they'll be called something else in Cyberpunk world though, but yeah, you know, different colored lights, they each get their own. Gotta fix that hand, it's a little too big. We'll work on it. So I was thinking it was like an exoskeleton, like a piece around the back of his hand, right? So he like flares it up, and then all the blades pop out, and it would kind of have like that webbed fingertips, like a fish man would have. That's kind of the idea behind it, but I kind of have to figure out how it would work and how it will attach to his hand. So kind of in that part right now and trying to figure that out. But for the most part, I think I'm kind of, this arm is not right either, but pretty close. Maybe it'll just be glow. I don't know. Maybe it all could just be the power. And he doesn't need like a mechanical piece. I know it's like Cyberpunk, right? But maybe I don't need to. I don't know. This arm is like up in the air. Kind of felt like Freddy Krueger a little bit. Kind of. Freezing. It's fine on the camera. I mean, it's not doing the reconnecting thing every 2 seconds though, but I'm frozen. Frozen in time. It's not really polished. This is the first of this character design, and you know, that's kind of to be like how it goes, right? Like I don't ever like settle on the first, attempt. Usually, I usually make changes, tweaks, and then like I'll take things from number one and from number two and like finalize that design eventually. But just for fun for today, he's kind of coming together. Excuse me. So I like the Pentel pencils a lot. One of the things I cannot stand is the erasers. I mean, of course you use them, but you can like slide them and get more, and then they press back down though every once in a while when you use it too much. Kind of drives me crazy, but it's alright. Replacement packs aren't too cheap. A little bit. A little bit. Hence why I use this a lot. But this does the same thing eventually, you know, it'll draw them out, thinking about them as that negative space instead of the positive space, even though I just drew it. You would just kind of space, even though I just drew it. You would just kind of erase it, get those shapes around it. If that kind of makes sense. It's just one of those like tricks that you see every once in a while that pop up, and you're like, hey, that's actually pretty helpful. X, Y, Z. I don't know what I want his hands to be doing. I'm a little stuck. Hour and a half in. I mean, I got pretty close. I dig the character design so far. Like, a lot of it I do actually kind of like. So again, creature, based on creature, of course. Loosely creature, you know, Black Lagoon type of style, coming out of the water. He's actually got some like fishman, whatever. Some gills on his, going down his throat. But not really. They're not real gills. They're just like little openings, kind of like the I would draw on a gas mask or something. Just have those little pieces. So he's got like 4 of them. He's rocking some like headphones that are kind of like a samurai helmet that kind of flare out, kind of in the shape of that creature's head. Kind of give him that like, I don't know, punk rock haircut kind of thing. He's gonna have some LED. Froze again. Come on. Lagginess. Every once in a while, I don't know. Connects, reconnects, does what it wants to. But you love a good collar, right? Big good hood. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. He's got too many. He's got some like hoses coming down, so kind of pushes his actual collar out. But it would be he could pop it probably. Maybe I don't know. Haven't really played with it. It's kind of punk rock. I wanted like the a little bit of that like old school '80s like leather jacket with the buttons, right? But they're gonna be LED kind of like lights, so it'll be white with a little bit of the highlight. Creature. We'll see. Second part of this video, or second part of this whole thing will happen eventually. So I'm gonna go through this whole character and, you know, do full color. I'm digging the design. Second one of the characters for this whole little, kind of like cyberpunk monster thing that I'm gonna be doing. Even though they're not monsters, they're humans. But humans can be monsters. We see that every day. Unfortunately, in our timeline right now. But I won't talk about it. Alright, so should his claw be like energy? You know, like should it? It's a lot of mechanical parts going down running on that arm. Maybe it's just like his regular hand, and everything else is just like. Or should it be like its own pieces, or his actual hand? Like I kind of envisioned it as like a mitt around the back of his hand that he would flare up, and it would have like, you know, the webbing of like a fish man would have, with like blades coming out. But it's like, you know, a mitt, you know, a catcher's mitt or something. That's kind of wanted to look cool. So I got to figure that out still. I got to figure out his other arm, what I want his other hand to be doing, you know. A little bit of work left. I think this is going to be one of them I'm going to work in over the next few months. You know, the cyberpunk monsters. Humans. Cyberpunk monsters. Not actual monsters. Once again. But, I don't know. So one of the things that I mentioned earlier was trying to create a unique enough silhouette that if it was all blanked out, would you still be able to recognize the character? So that's going to go into his glove as well, or his like his claw hand, right? Because there's parts of it, yes, might be recognizable. That's one of the things that a strong character design really has, and that's what I'm kind of gonna be trying to push it towards, is easily recognizable. So like sometimes you might need to exaggerate things. Like this could come up even higher and like more of a blade or something. I'm not going to, because of what these characters are, but You know, it's like, what can you exaggerate? What can you make stand out? What can you make that really unique part of your character when you're designing your character? And I think that's kind of why I put these hoses in there, to make that silhouette more interesting, to break up and add more negative space and positive space, right? Like give those other areas for, like, if it was a silhouette, that's positive negative space stuff. Struggling with hands for some reason today. Got the rest of them done, but the hands, gotta figure this out. Alright, so almost want his arm to be like higher up, so he's like ready, more like a quick little attack pose type of thing. But first sketch. Still not super happy with his hand. Or this hand. Or the legs. But what I am happy with is kind of how this part is turning out. So far, creature, character design, cyberpunk influence, emphasis a little bit on the punk side. I kind of want it to be a little bit of that 80s punk as well. Going back to, you know, jean jackets and things, and Kilvass with his awesome 80s. It's not a very good pistol yet, but it will eventually be designed to be like a unique revolver. And then you got like the other side. So you got Medusa, you're gonna have the vampire, you're gonna have the creature, you're gonna have the I guess the monster, maybe like Frankenstein. I know Frankenstein is public domain. Boltneck is not. I think that's universal, but you know, I'm gonna whatever I can take from things that are actually universal, you know, public domain type of stuff. Some of those characters and things. Should it just be energy? I mean, they all kind of have like an aura glow. Why not just roll with it, right? And keep that kind of like same theme through all these character designs that I'm doing. I mean, she's got the pink flow, right? His will be, I'm not sure yet. We'll figure it out. It'll play out, all right? I promise. Next time when I color this, because I'm not going to color it today, I don't think I'm going to make it to that point. It's going to cut it off at the 2-hour grind point. Even though this was like an hour, there was 2 parts from today that were both about an hour. Hopefully it works. Anyway. So, going along with this theme, I think I'm going to do a little run. And if you want to see more of these drawings, make sure you subscribe to my channel, guys. Stop back by, of course. Check us out. GCP Comics everywhere across the board. Burning through it this time. So, are we in in agreement? I think we're gonna do the energy blast on his hand instead of it being a like mechanical glove piece. Still a mechanical glove piece. It's just a little bit more. Got some pencils worked out for this cyberpunk character named Creature. It's kind of a take on the Fishman himself. And a little cyberpunky twist to it. I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Who knows? I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna keep running it. I'm gonna make more of these characters, and this one's gonna get colored in, I'm sure, here on another 2-hour punky, like, Monster Squad. Not the Monster Squad, but kind of. So you got the Creature, you're gonna get the Vampire, you're gonna get the Medusa, and then you got our hero, the good guy, Killboss. Forearm running around with a crazy chainsaw jammy and Cyberpunk revolver. I don't know. I gotta design it still. It's not in stone. So thanks for checking us out. Once again, I'm Nate. This was the 2-hour grind, and I'll catch you guys